In a sustainability setting, I think that it's terribly frightening that you can't talk about veganism. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you wanted to join me today because today we're going to have a nice, cute little discussion. I feel like I have to vent a little bit because I've been quite bothered by the internet during the last few weeks. It's about veganism, hooray and surprise and everything. But this is about veganism and I feel really weird talking about veganism and talking about people not being vegan, and I am vegan, and because veganism for me was such a long journey. So obviously I'm really proud of my journey and how I went vegan and the fact that I indeed did it at the end. But I also fear that some people will misunderstand my intention with this video. Like, I don't even remember my own struggles and it should be really easy for everyone to go vegan, and I don't respect anybody else but my own opinion. You know. But I really want to talk about this anyway, especially in the sort of spectrum of sustainability where my problem arises. I am in a Facebook group about zero waste, and it's an international Facebook group. I think it's just called Zero Waste Heroes or Zero Waste Everyday something, and the groups have obviously expanded a lot since then, which I love. And these groups are sort of, it's everybody on the spectrum. There are people that are more like I am zero waste, like applies the zero waste philosophy to every aspect of your everyday life. And then there are people that just really want to minimize kitchen waste or really just wants to shop secondhand. And but I always have a bit of an issue with people that say, I want to improve but only a little bit. I only want to improve this specific little area, and if you talk to me about all the other stuff, then I'm not going to listen to it. Because I get why we should have discussions about plastic bags. I am now only talking about plastic bags. I have several videos on this channel dedicated to simply just talking about plastic bags. Personally, I just don't understand why someone would only want to discuss a teeny tiny bit of sustainability when there are so many easy measures that you can take every day to be more sustainable in tons of other aspects. And not to say if you don't do it well, you don't have to do it at all. If you don't do it perfectly, it doesn't even matter, because it's not the practice of it I'm criticizing, it's the mindset of it I'm criticizing. The mindset that if I only do this little thing, that should be enough, and that's enough for me. There was a discussion on this Facebook group about veganism, and in a sustainability setting, I think that it's terribly frightening that you can't talk about veganism. Because, and I've seen this in a local Danish Facebook group as well, but also in this bigger international one, that whenever veganism comes up, people start being really defensive. And in a sustainability group, there should be at least some form of acceptance that cutting down on meat and dairy and eggs is a really good idea, because a vegan diet is significantly less harmful to the planet. Fact. I don't want to discuss it, it's fact. All the other concerns and the ethical things and stuff, those are subjective, and I understand why people may disagree sometimes, but that's not at all the point. When it comes to sustainability, there is no way around it. So I feel like it is extremely concerning that people in a sustainability group, people interested about sustainability, would disregard veganism in the extent to which they do it. I think that's really horrifying, because not only were these people extremely dismissive of veganism, but there was also a general consensus that vegans were really annoying. Now I'm going to say something else, because I have encountered my share of annoying vegans, not gonna lie, but that has nothing to do with the fact that they're vegans. People are annoying sometimes, and sometimes these people are vegan and sometimes these people are not vegan. Annoying people exist in all shapes and sizes, and it's really easy to forget. It's very easy to prescribe the annoying trait to veganism, although it's not really that they're just annoying in a whole other way, if you feel, and people can be really shitty to each other, and that has nothing to do with the dietary choices. Honestly, it does not. But I really, really do not appreciate it when annoying vegans and vegans who just speak up are put into the same category. I think it's extremely frustrating and also just harmful to the discourse in general that whenever you speak up as a vegan, you are labeled an annoying vegan, which is not the case. In this sustainability group, there was a poll, and you could sort of point towards what kind of dietary choices you were following. And a very, very little minority of these people in this group were vegan themselves. But the commentary track, and I have had a week where I've been sick, I've been reading a lot of commentary tracks, rest in peace, that's my own fault. But people sort of were agreeing that veganism is not necessarily that sustainable. And yes, it is. Don't you toy with my philosophy. No, it is. It's not sustainable if you only eat mangoes and avocado and you live in Scandinavia. Like, I live in Scandinavia. I'm not going to eat avocado and mangoes every single day because that's not sustainable at all. And I'm so sad that we do not have the ability to probably have a discussion about this in a manner that does not render anyone annoying. I am an annoying vegan now, I guess, because this video will, to people who are not vegan, probably seem super annoying. But it's very important to me that I also communicate this sort of side of me, because this is something that I have been increasingly interested in, and veganism has become a really big part of the way that I perceive the world and the way that I perceive myself, because you are what you do, you are your values, and I think that it's really important to do things with a conscious mind and do things in a way that not only benefits yourself but benefits the entirety of the world around you. And that is something that a plant-based diet will help you do. Fact. I made a video about why I wasn't vegan way before I even turned vegetarian. And I have since made videos about how we should all strive towards bettering ourselves, and that's going to happen in different paces, and that's going to have different shapes because people are different, thus their journeys will be different. And I still 100% believe that that is what we are supposed to do. But it's also really important to never ever stop and say, now I am done. These are all the improvements that I want to make to my life in order to be more sustainable, more ethical, more conscious, whatever. I am done improving myself. That was it. I can never improve anymore. The things that I have left in my life, I'm never going to give up. Does that sound a little bit weird? Because I think it sounds insanely weird. And it's sort of the vibe that I'm getting from people on these sites that just want to pursue a plastic-free kitchen or a sustainable wardrobe. And when that is done, they are done. And that was it. And I think that's a really unhealthy perspective to have on sustainability, especially because with sustainability, there is no finish line. You will never be finished. We can always improve, and that's a really beautiful thing. I think it's insane to hold on to something that has been medically proven to cause you harm. Animal products like red meat and dairy and eggs and cheese, which is dairy, cool, have been found to cause significant damage to the human body, and I think it's insane to hold on to these products like they are some sort of core part of your value when all they are is destruction and damage and poverty and misery and suffering. And to someone who does not share my beliefs right now, I'm probably sounding like I'm an insane person, I'm going to save everyone and it's all very fine, which I know very well that I am not. But I think it's really important to think about stuff like what we eat, how we travel, how we live, what we wear, in this way. Nothing is a right to you. You don't have any right to pursue anything. You have privilege and luck and opportunity and blessings and gifts, and it's amazing. But it's not your right to eat meat, and it's not your right to use plane travel. It's not your right to use fast fashion. It's opportunities that are available to you, and it is our job as consumers to sort through these things and find out what are the actual good options and what is in the way, what's simply just disturbing us in our everyday lives. And we will never ever be finished with that. We will never ever reach the point where we are done improving, and I think that's really important. So the next time you're talking to someone, next time you're thinking about sustainability and the efforts that you are making, or the efforts that your friends are making, family, whatever, think of it this way: never ever say that there's something you won't give up for a better cause. Just never ever suppose that that's the way it works, because I thought so strongly that I would never be vegan, because I thought that everything that was related to veganism was either unhealthy or wrong. And turns out it's not. It's really not. And I surprised myself so much, but I also slowed down my own process so much, because I prescribed so much value to these things that actually harmed me and actually harmed my surroundings. And I prescribed so much value to them by saying I will never give them away. So it was so much more difficult to give them away when I started to want to do it. I feel, did this make any sort of sense? I am so sorry if it didn't. This was simply my opinion about something that has been bothering me. I hope it made some sort of sense. Please leave your comments and your opinions down below. There is really room for everyone, and there's room for everyone's journey, but we are all headed the same place. I mean, as humankind, we are all headed the same place, so we might as well help each other. We might as well do something for someone that is not ourselves. Be beautiful and kind to each other, and make informed and clever decisions. Peace out.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green, zero waste content, and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!